And one community taking their research very seriously. You'll see what some folks on Signal Mountain are doing to attempt to break away from Hamilton County schools.
With coverage you can count on, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6.
Thank you for watching the news at 6. I'm David Carroll.
And I'm Lori Mitchell in for Cindy Sexton tonight. The Tennessee Valley is under a tornado watch.
A lot of folks concerned about some strong winds in the area. We're going to go straight to Chief Meteorologist Paul Barris in our Storm Alert Center. Paul?
Now there's a tornado watch technically still in effect for much of the viewing area. Not northeast Alabama and not North Carolina. The mountains of Georgia are not under a watch right now. But we do have a severe thunderstorm warning right now. It's left pretty much Chattanooga County. It's moving into, looks like now, Gordon County. It's moving past Rome, Georgia, too. This is a little cluster on the southern end of our viewing area that's could have gusty winds, 50-mile-an-hour winds. We had a tree down report on Highway 100 in your Norton Road in Chattanooga County so far, and a good little cluster of cells. And we're just moving past Varnell now, heading towards Cohutta also. There's a little line off to the north of us, and you'll see this line just to the north and west of Chattanooga, moving over Walden's Ridge, Raccoon Mountain. It's not really heavy. It's just a little line of showers, and that's going to be pushing on by within the next 15 minutes or so, and then showers still all the way up into Bledsoe County, too. But right now, it looks like Sequatchie County, you're out of the woods on this. Marion County, you're pretty much out of the woods. Van Buren, no threat of severe weather anymore, and Grundy County, no threat of severe weather for you either. It's pretty much to the east of Chattanooga and mainly over North Georgia as this line moves by. But really, except for this little warning we have down here, there's not that much happening. Looking at further out, big thunderstorms down to the south, big thunderstorms out to the west. That's all going to miss us down here. That's going to miss us in Arkansas, and the cells off to the north have already missed us. Vipercast is saying some scattered showers for tonight. They'll be ending probably by tomorrow afternoon at the latest, more than likely in the morning hours. And then we'll start to see some clearing right into Saturday. And into Sunday, it looks like a fantastic day. This is around 7 o'clock Sunday. Lots of sunshine coming in. A northerly wind, low humidities, temperatures very, very cool. Right now, it's 80 in the city and 74 Altamont. So you can see already that cool air is starting to move in, and that's good news. So that warning is up for about the next 10 minutes or so in Gordon County, severe thunderstorm warning for the western part of Gordon County, including Resaca, Sugar Valley, and also Calhoun, Georgia. I'll have more coming up in a bit.
All right, thank you, Paul. It could get windy tonight, which means some people could lose power in the Channel 3 viewing area. That's where we want to bring in Channel 3's Tanisha Cordell. She continues tonight's team coverage of the severe weather with a look at a new EPB app. Good evening, Tanisha.
Good evening, Lori. Well, the rain is just on and off, it seems. It's a light drizzle right now, and we still have a few dark clouds behind me. But like as you mentioned, the possibility for power outages could still be there. Now, EPB's new app is called My EPB. It provides real-time smart grid data about any outages in specific locations. You can also track any repairs in progress. And you can download the app in the Apple App Store or in Google Play for free. Now, you can also, of course, keep up to date with the latest in weather in our WRCB app and online at WRCBTV.com. For now, live in Chattanooga, Tanisha Cordell, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Tanisha. In less than a week, Chattanooga Police Chief turns in his badge after an eventful 3 years.
Fred Fletcher brought massive change to the department and guided his officers through gang violence and a terror attack. Tonight, in an interview you'll see only on 3, Chief Fletcher talks about what's next for him and the CPD.
And I have tremendous pride.
Fred Fletcher is not a desk person. In good times and bad, he's been the very public face of the Chattanooga Police Department. It's not unusual to see him on the streets.
I also seek to do that when I can, as do I expect all of our command staff to go out and pull a patrol shift, to work Riverbend, to go out there and engage the community and do the exact same things that our brave and selfless police officers do every day and every night.
Fletcher says he awakens each morning at 4 a.m. with no alarm clock. He finds out what happened overnight and then checks on the safety of his officers. His morning routine continues with strenuous exercise.
One of my favorite things to do is to ride my bicycle up Raccoon Mountain and watch the sunrise over the reservoir in the morning. It's one of the real attributes of Chattanooga as a community, one of the things I'll really miss, and a great way to start a day that's often filled with unanticipated stresses.
At 49, Fletcher surprised many inside and outside the department when he announced in April he was leaving. While his energy seems to have no bounds, he admits the pressure of the job has taken its toll.
Well, as they say, it's not the years, it's the miles. And for somebody who hasn't sat in this position, I'm not sure they can appreciate the toll it takes on a personal life.
During his brief tenure, he's credited with introducing intelligence-led policing, allowing officers to use data and technology to track criminal patterns. He says they're unable to predict crime, but can often prevent it before it happens. He's added crime eye cameras to provide an extra set of eyes in high crime areas. But he's most proud of leadership programs he's installed to boost his officers' performance.
We say every police officer is a leader because when they're on a scene and somebody needs help, the police officer is the one who is going to make sure it gets resolved. So we expect leadership to imbue in our police department.
Fletcher says he understands the public's perception of a losing battle against gang violence, but he says he's seeing progress and the CPD must continue to adapt and evolve.
So yes, I do think that those strategies are the right way to police in the 21st century, but everybody has new ideas. And whoever replaces me will do things differently and will do them better.
Fletcher has nothing but praise for Chattanooga Mayor Andy Burke, who he says gave him total freedom.
We have complete autonomy. If it's not illegal, immoral, or fattening, we are left alone to run our police department.
He says his departure is unrelated to a 2016 scandal involving the mayor and accusations of an inappropriate relationship by the then husband of a female staffer. Fletcher, as a friend of all three parties, was in an awkward position, but he says his department handled the situation well, and he says it's not why he's leaving.
It's complicated, and there is no single reason. So to say that it was based solely on that would be absolutely inaccurate.
He leaves the city with high praise for those with whom he's served. He says he's humbled by total strangers who, since his departure announcement, have asked him to reconsider. He's proud of his accomplishments and says he will have input in who succeeds him as chief.
I do have input on that choice, and I very much want it. I love this community. I love this police department, and I want it to succeed. And there are a number of things that we have implemented here that I very much want to continue because they're good for this department and they're good for this community.
Chief Fred Fletcher. He says he'll no longer be a city resident after next month, but he won't be a stranger. He plans to remain active in some local charitable organizations and says he's made lifelong friends during his 3 years here. 49 people applied to succeed Chief Fletcher, and a replacement is expected to be announced during the next few weeks.
In Rossville, police are looking for a man accused of pushing an officer inside a store. Officer Carter was called to the Dollar General on Chickamauga Avenue to investigate a shoplifting case. That's when police say Danny Lee Botts Jr. shoved Officer Carter into a shelf while he was trying to run out of the store. Police believe Botts was running away because of an unrelated issue. There are warrants out for his arrest for drug-related crimes. If you've seen Danny Botts, call Rossville Police.
A kidnapping suspect is in custody after a chase in North Georgia. Marion County Sheriff Bo Burnett tells us Jimmy Morton was wanted for kidnapping his ex-girlfriend earlier this week. Morton was stopped by Marion County deputies yesterday before speeding away. After a pursuit into North Georgia, a state trooper ended the chase on I-59. No one was hurt. Dade County officials say Morton faces additional felony and traffic charges. We're learning new details about a shooting on Leggett Road in Sale Creek. Hamilton County deputies say it was an accident. The person who was shot is in stable condition and we're told will recover. First on 3, Chattanooga police arrested a man accused of exposing himself on a playground. This happened Tuesday just south of downtown at a daycare inside Battle Academy.
Workers say young children were there at the time. Channel 3's Tim Pham talked to a parent who saw it happen.
This is the playground that police say a 44-year-old man was exercising, but that's not all. Staff at a nearby daycare say the man exposed himself to young children. At a place designed for kids to play, police say a man was inappropriately fooling around.
Threw his leg up like he was stretching, and then he was like just standing there like doing like stuff, and then he was like doing some pull-ups like he was just working out. I don't know.
It's not something Jen Smith would have expected to see when she picked up her 2 kids from daycare at the UTC Children's Center.
I didn't think anything of it, but then when I got inside and my son's teacher told me that he had just, exposed himself and urinated on the playground, I was a little bit,
Police documents say Olgario Perez Ortiz urinated and smiled in front of the staff member as she brought the students inside.
I am so mad that man just whipped it out and peed right here on the playground.
Channel 3 learned that there were about 4 children present at the time, ranging between 2 and 5 years old.
On a playground at a school when there's clearly kids playing less than 50 feet away. Yeah, I was thinking he must be on something just to be like oblivious to what's happening around him.
We reached out to UTC for comment. A spokesperson tells us safety is their #1 priority and staff members followed protocol. Parents echoed that and say they're thankful the staff moved quickly.
They didn't see him. I don't think they even had any idea that it occurred. So that's why I praise the teachers for making sure that they kept them safe and shielded them from having to see anything inappropriate.
Perez Ortiz was arrested and transported to the Hamilton County Jail. He's expected to appear in court on July 10th. Reporting in Chattanooga, Tim Pham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Perez Ortiz is charged with indecent exposure, and tonight he is out of jail on bonds. Coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, one community has been trying to create a new school district that does not involve the Hamilton County system.
And after the break, you'll see how this group plans to travel west in the next few days to see if a breakaway would be the best move for Signal Mountain students.
Severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for Gordon County for about the next 5 minutes or so, moving right across Interstate 75 now. Heading towards Calhoun and points east. There, that's where it is. The rest of the showers and storms really not that strong. We've got more coming up on My 7.
Some Signal Mountain residents are packing their bags for a trip to West Tennessee next week. They'll be meeting with leaders from 3 Memphis area communities that broke away from Shelby County schools 4 years ago. It's the committee's job to figure out how Signal Mountain would go about breaking away from Hamilton County schools. Today they went through a mock budget with state education leaders, and they say that they may be on the right track. But there are some in the Signal Mountain community who are upset their input isn't being used.
For the folks out there who are watching what we're doing, they want input and they see us as the appropriate place for that input, and we're just not.
Committee members hope to present their final report to the town council coming up this fall.
Still ahead, the countdown is on for the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway.
Less than 2 days away, and if you didn't get a chance to see the home in person, we've got you covered. We're going to take a look inside before we hand over the keys Sunday at noon here on Channel 3. And we're closely monitoring the forecast for this weekend. It does get better. We got to make it through the night. Paul Barris will let you know all about it next. We look forward to this every year, the St. Jude Dream Home Giveaway. We're just a couple days away from finding out who will win the home.
The giveaway is this Sunday. The house is beautiful, and in case you're curious what it looks like tonight, we want to give you a tour. You'll find the St. Jude Dream Home nestled in the Eagle Bluff Woods community. This is the largest Chattanooga dream home ever. With 6,000 square feet of living space, it is perfect for a large family. The home has 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and it comes with all of the upgrades and extras. 2 fireplaces, a large wraparound porch, and a back deck built for entertaining. Want to entertain inside? The home has an open floor plan, and this is the first local dream home to ever include a basement. So it's no surprise tickets went fast. 6,500 were sold by mid-May. This is the most tickets ever sold and the earliest sellout.
And these guys worked so hard to get this done. I feel like we even had a few less weeks to do it this year, so super excited.
The money goes to a great cause, helping sick kids being treated at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Their families never receive a bill, and that's possible because of projects like this one. If you would like to see the home for yourself, the open house continues tomorrow. Even though tickets are sold out, you can still enter the open house prize drawing for a shopping spree at Ashley Furniture. And don't miss the show. It airs from noon until 1 p.m. right here on Channel 3 on Sunday. You can also watch it on Facebook Live and WRCBTV.com.
And this will be your first Dream Home show.
It will be, and I have really been looking forward to this.
You're going to have a lot of fun.
I can't wait.
We always do. We'll meet some great people.
Yeah, and see all the beautiful touches on the house. Looks spectacular. All right, time now to check in with Chief Meteorologist Paul Barris.
Paul, we're all watching the winds. What's happening?
That's right. It's mainly south of the city right now. Brand new warning has gone out for southern Murray, the rest of Gordon County to the east of Calhoun, and all the way into Gilmer County too. A severe thunderstorm warning until 6:45. The rest of the showers aren't that heavy right now. As we, in fact, put this into motion, the heaviest cells again out over Gordon County, moving into southern Murray and Gilmer County. The rest of the run-of-the-mill showers that are moving on by. So west of Chattanooga, I don't think there's any threat of severe weather at all anymore. What we're looking at are also big thunderstorms out to the west of us too, along the Mississippi, down to the south, way off to the north. So 82 currently in Cleveland, 82 in Dalton, 80 in the city. And the winds are pretty gusty right now, up to 33-mile-an-hour gusts out of the south, and they've been gusty all day long. 89 and 74. Boy, that really got warm there, a lot warmer than I thought. I only said 84. But at the airport, just 1/100 of an inch of rain so far. These are 2-day totals from Skywatchers, not that much into the Blue Ridge. The most I could find, Ellijay out there. Dalton had 0.8, Lafayette over an inch, over 2 inches, Fort Payne and close to 3 inches out near Scottsboro, with over 2 inches from Red Bank, Lakeside, Soddy, Daisy, Mowbray Mountain, Signal Mountain, Lookout Mountain, Ringgold. 1.2 though in Cleveland. And then north of the city, we had about 1.5 inches almost near Dayton, 1.8 in Dunlap, Cagle Mountain about 1.5 inches, over 2 in Colmont, 2.2, and Jasper had 2 inches. East of the city, not that much, 4/10 out near Murphy, 6/10, Turtletown. This cold front is going to be slipping in tomorrow, and that should cut off the rain by noon at the latest. And I think we're going to have some fine weather into the evening hours and then through Sunday. It looks like a fantastic day, Super Sunday. Coming up on Monday, another beautiful day. It's looking fine. We get into Monday morning, Monday afternoon, a lot of sunshine, low humidity, and northerly breeze. Could see a shower on Tuesday, but it's a small chance. Tonight, though, 73 with gusty winds, and again, some storms possible south of the city. 84 tomorrow. Again, these showers should be ending, and then for tomorrow night, 65 with some clearing and a light northerly wind. 7-day forecast. Wow, just looking great. 83 on Sunday. Coming up on Monday, 82. Again, that slight chance for a sprinkle or two Tuesday, and then warming up a little bit, but still very comfortable for the rest of the week, right into next Friday when we may see a few showers. Again, the threat of severe weather is fading. There is that warning still for southern Murray County, Gilmer County, and the eastern part of Gordon County until 6:45.
All right, thank you, Paul. Up next in sports, the Miracle League is coming to Chattanooga.
And it's one of the first of many Miracle League stories coming up. That's easy for me to say, Paul.
Right, and it's the first one this side of Murfreesboro in the state, by the way, as well.
All right.
Jill Jelinek is going to join us. It's baseball designed for special needs kids. It's a beautiful thing. Plus, former Baylor basketball star Reggie Upshaw Jr. has an NBA home. Find out where next in sports. First Miracle League began in Atlanta 19 years ago. Since then, more than 240 Miracle Leagues have popped up across the country. This fall, Chattanooga will join that list as the latest site. For more, we turn now to sports reporter Jill Jelnick live in the studio.
Paul, there have always been plenty of youth leagues in the Chattanooga area, but none of them are specifically designed to accommodate those with special needs. The Miracle League of Chattanooga will give kids and adults with disabilities the chance to play ball on a field and on a team built just for them. At first glance, this empty lot looks like the foundation of another youth baseball field, but it won't be just any field. It will be the home of the Chattanooga Miracle League.
Basically what it is a league, a baseball league for children and adults as well who have either mental or physical disabilities. So it gives them the opportunity to be a part of a league where they can play the sport, win the sport, and do something that just like other kids are doing.
There are over 8,000 children with special needs in the Chattanooga school system alone, making the need for separate facilities greater than ever.
From the construction of the field to the playground to the turf, all of it is catered specific to the needs of this particular group of kids and adults. And then as far as the game, how the game is played, each child or adult will be paired with a buddy, and that buddy kind of guides them along the sport from base to base.
The rubber field, specially designed equipment, and the care of the buddies all work together to create a community unlike any other.
It's something that really kind of corrals not just the kids with the disabilities, but the family members and the community. And I mean, I think this is one of the most heartfelt leagues and anything under the umbrella of youth sports. This one is the one that really pulls at your heart.
The Miracle League broke ground at Warner Park a few months ago, but as you can see, there's still a long way to go before opening day, September 30th. If you or someone you know is interested in donating or volunteering, you can find out more on our website, wrcbtv.com. Live in studio, Jill Jelnick, Channel 3 Eyewitness Sports.
Thanks, Jill. You will definitely see our sports team and news team there volunteering as well, and that is the first of many stories to come leading up to their opening date in September. Hey, the NBA draft ended early this morning. No locals were drafted, but that does not mean deals weren't worked out. For example, Baylor grad turned MTSU star Reggie Upshaw had a deal worked out before the sun came up today. Upshaw signed a free agent deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. Upshaw told the Tennessean that the Bucks had an offer in place 30 minutes after the draft ended. Upshaw averaged 15 points and 7 rebounds a game in his final season with the Blue Raiders. He left as MTSU's 4th all-time leader in points and rebounds. He'll be in town next week. We look forward to catching up with him. And quickly, Lady Vols' leading scorer, Diamond DeShields, leaving the program to play pro basketball. A few others have transferred. She actually said in April she would play out her final season of eligibility, but now, not anymore, going pro.
That's a big blow to that program.
It is, but she's going to make some money, so that's good for her.
All right. Thank you, Paul.
And the good news tonight, whether or not as big of a story as we thought it might be.
It's not turning out that way. There still is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now for some of our southern counties. Just to the east of Calhoun through Gordon County, southern part of Murray County, and the western part of Gilmer County are under severe thunderstorm warning. But the bulk of the weather is really just, it's not that big a deal, just some showers moving by. So expect severe weather in Tennessee really fast.
Thank you, Paul, and thanks for watching.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
And or 0 ones and 2s. So the threat of severe weather has started to fade. I'll show you what's in store for your weekend plans at 11.
And a look at where strong winds made their mark across the area. Plus, find out what makes this legal pad and pair of glasses worthy of a museum exhibit.
The threat of severe weather. The threat of severe weather has